best case scenario as well, because I'm focus sash. I am focus sash. And he burns me! And he burns me! Of course he does! Of course he burns me. What are the odds of that? I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, though, because Calyrex gets double KO here. What is up, everybody? We are back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation J VGC. The team on screen we are featuring today is actually one of my teams. It's been a while since I've actually built one of my own teams in-game, especially for like in-game ranked format, double restricted and all that type of stuff. But this is a Regulation J team that I did really good on Showdown with, had pretty good results on Showdown. It was extremely fun to play. I brought it in-game, and I've been using this team to rank up to Master Ball tier and climb the Master Ball tier placements. And so far, at least from the time I've had to play this team, I've peaked at 1500 on the in-game Master Ball tier ladder for ranked for Regulation J so far. So it probably could be higher. I just haven't had as much time to play over this past like half a week. But at least when I've been playing like the last few days, this past week, that's kind of what I peaked at. So we're going to be hopping on the ranked ladder tonight with this team and kind of showcasing for you guys. A lot of really cool stuff like Cali Shadow, Miraidon. A lot of stuff you don't see either, like Registeel, Beat Up, Terrakion, Whimsicott, and a few other things as well that are just incredibly cool to use and you don't see at all in Regulation J. So I'm going to kind of break this team down in depth, so if you guys want to skip, I'll throw a timestamp on screen for you guys right now if you guys want to skip to the battles. If not, and you guys want to know how this team is played and all that type of stuff, like in-depth breakdown of this team, stick around. If not, if you want to skip to battles, that's fine. But also, if you guys want to use this team, paste for this team down below that has all the EVs and everything down below. Because I think that the EVs changed a little bit from when I used this team on Showdown than when I carried it in game. So the EVs are a little bit different from when I carried it over. I'll have to update that. So future me hopefully updates it. And then if you guys want to use this team in-game, rental code up in the corner. If you guys want to give me some feedback as well, let me know how you guys do with the team, if you guys have any feedback and that type of stuff. Also, I know there's a lot of content creators that like to feature or looking for teams to feature. If you guys want to feature my team, feel free to. Just give me credit in the description or shout out in the video, that's fine. Also, if you are a content creator, like if you guys want to give me feedback, please tag me in it, whether it's on Discord or on YouTube or on X. Please tag me if you guys are going to be featuring my team, because the last team I created, which was a Regulation J team with Terapagos and Jirachi, a lot of people actually used that team. And I didn't even know so many people used that team and featured that team on their channel or even like gave me feedback with it until like a month or even like close to 2 months after that, after seeing it. And then they never tagged me in it, and I didn't even know they even featured my team. So until like 1 or 2 months later after they featured it or like gave me feedback. So if you guys are featuring the team, please tag me in it, whether it's on X or on YouTube or even on Discord. That'd be great. That way I can share you guys' videos and look at all your guys' feedback and all that type of stuff for the team. And look at all the content as well for my team as well. So apart from that, we're going to hop right into this. I'm going to kind of break this team down and we're going to hop in some games. This is a team that actually did really well on Showdown. I got to, I think it was like 15... It was close to 1600 on Showdown, which wasn't top 500 on Showdown. I think top 500 was like 1800s or whatever. I'm not 100% sure what it was, because this team was... I used this team almost a month ago on Showdown. I just brought in-game recently. But it did really well on Showdown. I had really good time using it on Showdown. It was really cool to use. So I figured I might as well bring this team in-game, and I wanted to do some laddering with the team for the Regulation J rule set with this team in-game. And I have not ever used Calyrex Shadow on any of my teams. Fun fact, y'all, this is the first team I've ever made of my own that I've used Calyrex Shadow on. So I've officially crossed to the dark side. I'm using the most broken Pokemon in the game, Calyrex Shadow, arguably, on one of my teams. So that was also a first for me. It took forever to find the Calyrex too. I did not have a Calyrex. I had a Spectrier, but I never had a Calyrex. Took me about 3 weeks to find a Calyrex, y'all. And I had to trade an arm and a leg for the fucking Calyrex. So if you guys are looking for Calyrex in game, you don't have one, expect to be looking for probably at least 2 to 3 weeks to try to find someone that'll trade you one. And if you do get them to trade, you gotta trade like an arm and a leg for one. But it was worth, hopefully. And I got a few other things on this team too, like the Terrakion and Whimsicott, some of my favorite duo and stuff like that. So got the Whimsicott on this team with the Focus Sash, just kind of more of a standard set. I also have Taunt on this one. Taunt's just mainly for like setup stuff, mainly for like setup RCS. And there's some stuff that doesn't have terrain or like setup Trick Room. Usually, sometimes like Calyrex, and there's a few other things that don't run Psychic Terrain that sometimes set up Trick Room. Magarin is another one that you can taunt and then just shut down. It also is great for like opposing Tailwind, for like Tornadus, because you do outspeed Tornadus most of the time, especially if they aren't running max speed, which a lot of them don't, because they rely on Prankster. So it's a lot of like that type of stuff. Another thing that it really shuts down for this team it does not like is Wide Guard. Most Wide Guard users get shut down by Taunt, so that's one huge thing for this Whimsicott having Taunt. Originally I had like fake tears or whatever on this Whimsicott, but I switched it to Taunt, just mainly for the Wide Guard, being able to taunt Wide Guard users and a few other things that really kind of dealt with this team and kind of prevented it doing from what it wanted to do. So it's pretty much what it is. You also have Terra Ghost there because you are Sash, so if you're on like a crucial turn where you need to get a beat up off, or like Tailwind or something, and you know you're gonna get faked out, you can go Terra Ghost and dodge a fake out and still be able to attack. Got the Terrakion on this team. There's actually a Terra Stellar Terrakion. I was going to change the typing. I've been going through like 3 different types. I tested Steel, I tested Ground just for like Miraidon matchups, and then I think I tested Poison and even like Flying at one point. But I originally had Stellar Terra on this Terrakion because it was actually like a singles build that I had originally had on this one, and I just kept it Stellar Terra, and so far it's actually been working pretty well. So I've been using a lot more of the offensive Terra over the defensive Terra, and finding that the defensive Terra most of the time, even if you do use it, you don't really live a hit anyways most of the time, or you still get 2-shotted, and you're better off just using like the Terra on anything else on this team, either like the Registry or the Calyrex or the Miraidon. So if you want the extra damage, the Stellar Terra is there. It's kind of what it's really there for, but most of the time you're going to be using the Terra on your heavy hitters with this team. Got the Rock Slide, the Close Combat, the Covert Cloak's there just mainly for like speed control, you can't get your stats lowered. And then you also have it there just so you can't get faked out. So a lot of stuff likes to fake you out in the first turn and kind of be able to play around, like you going for beat up and then trying to attack and just like double into the Terrakion and expecting it to be faked out and flinch. And you can't do that with Covert Cloak, so that's kind of the main thing. So you also have Coaching there. Coaching is also kind of like another like alternate way to play the Terrakion, because there are some games where you don't need the Whimsicott and you're going against more of like a slower team. You can actually use Coaching, or even like swap the Whimsicott out, like Volt Switch out with a Miraidon, and then Coaching the Incineroar if Incineroar is really good into the opposing team, or even like Registeel. Volt Switch out with the Miraidon, get the +1 defense boost with the Registeel, and then on the way in you get a Coaching boost from the Terrakion. Now you're immediately set up to +1, +2, and it's really difficult to start dealing with the Registeel right away. Just gives you like an alternate way to use a Terrakion, especially if you're beat up stuff. They probably have like checks, so whether it's like follow me or redirection or ways to shut that down, it makes it so that the Terrakion isn't 100% useless and you can still get some value out of it. Whether it's on if you want to run it that way, or if you just end up getting your stuff kind of checked, at least like the beat up type play style, you can still have like some type of usability with some of the other stuff you could bring with this team. Even like a defense boost on Calyrex is also really good, because a lot of the priority moves that people like to use on the Calyrex are physical type moves. So even like boosting the Calyrex and giving it a +1 defense boost goes a long way a lot of the time, allows it to survive an extra turn, which is huge with how much damage it does. So that's kind of why it's on the set. Apart from that, we got the Calyrex on this team with the Terra Fairy. I wanted a Fairy type for this team that isn't the Whimsicott, that was like a fully offensive Fairy. And the Terra Fairy Calyrex to Life Orb, this is just a really standard set. Just full offensive Life Orb. Terra Blast Fairy, nothing really to say here, y'all. This thing just shits damage. The only thing you really have to look out for is the Dark types and then like the Wide Guard users, but apart from that, if you play this thing at least decently well, it's either going to be able to like start a game off and just do a bunch of damage for like your late game cleanup mons on this team to come in and kind of clean up the game, or just like bring it in later in the match and kind of clean up a match. It just works both ways depending on what you're going against. It's an incredibly good mon. Such a broken mon, and it's also my first team that I've ever built in game with it on, so It's kind of cool. You have these specs Mariah on this team. There's actually just one with a Terra Electric, just really standard set. Nothing crazy. Just full offensive, balls to the walls, just shit damage. You even got the Electric Terra there to give even more damage, as if it wasn't enough. Pretty much self-explanatory. You got the Registeel on this team as well with clear bodies, so you can't get intimidated or have your stats lowered. Just kind of rounds out this team with the Fire, Water, Grass, and then you got the Steel Fairy Dragon. I guess technically, yeah, you do have the Dragon on this type. I guess Miraidon's the Dragon too, but the Fairy Steel Dragon with the Fairy type and being the Whimsicott and the Calyrex on this team. So you kind of have both on this team. The only thing you don't really have is, I mean, I guess there is, you still have everything on this team, but you do have the Iron Defense. So pretty much originally what I was running with this Registeel is I originally had Shadow Claw on this, but I have actually switched to Heavy Slam, just mainly because Heavy Slam deals with stuff like Flutter Mane. There's one or two other fairies too that does pretty substantial damage too. And most of the time that you wanted Shadow Claw, you have the Calyrex, and you kind of can try to play the Calyrex into a lot of those matchups. So I did switch Shadow Claw off this thing from my Showdown team to the in-game team, and I've been still having a really good success with this team, so I don't think it really mattered that much. Pretty much what you do with this thing, you get the +1 defense boost from the Electric Terrain, or even like opposing teams' Electric Terrain, because Miraidon's incredibly common. And then you set up with Iron Defense. This thing can wall a lot of Pokemon out too, that just really can't touch it. Just set up in their face. Calyrex Ice is a main one. This thing's really good into Calyrex Ice. Even if they have high horsepower, you just take no damage from it. And you have Terra Water, so as long as they don't have Miraidon or like any way to deal with the Terra Water Terra, you can kind of just wall a lot of those teams out just single-handedly with the Registeel if you play it well enough. Got Heavy Slam, you got Body Press. Just set up, do a bunch of damage, and just slowly whittle things down, and then hopefully you do enough damage where something else can come in and clean up later in the game, or whatever's alongside you can kind of just pick up kills. It's kind of what it really does. And then last but not least, you got the Incineroar on this team with the Intimidate Citrus Berry. It's a full-on standard set, nothing really crazy. More of a bulky set, you have a little bit more speed on this, so you can make more of advantage of Tailwind. So I went with a little bit more of a speedy Incineroar, so you can outspeed a lot more stuff under Tail with a bit of speed over attack. So otherwise, apart from that, a standard set, you got Terra Grass there to dodge Spore and like redirection, a few other things. So apart from that, really standard team. Not really too much out of the ordinary apart from a few things, which hopefully I'll explain more later in the video during some of these matches. Let's hop in some games. Alright, we're here at the game. We're going against a Sun team. Got the Flutter Mane, Brute Bonnet, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Koraidon, and an Arceus. So I don't know. What do I want to do here? I mean, this is a game where like Terrakion's really good, and same with like the Whimsicott lead is actually really good here, but the only issue with that is Flutter Mane is just such an issue. So like I kind of have to like probably lead like Calyrex to try to get rid of the Flutter Mane. Because with Tailwind and then the Calyrex being faster, I can't outspeed him if he's booster. So I think I just lead Whimsicott here, I lead Calyrex. I like Terrakion here. It's good into Arceus, it's good into most of his team actually. Only thing it doesn't like is Rillaboom, so. What else do I want to bring? I could bring Incin too. Incin's actually pretty good here. I don't know if I bring Miraidon to this game. I don't know. I think I'm gonna bring the Miraidon though, because I need it first so he can't Spore me. And that way I can change his terrain as well. I want the Incineroar here, I really do. They're both really good into his team. It just depends what he brings. This is what I kind of expected this lead, so it's fine. We'll see if he Sash Flutter Mane, because if he Sash Flutter Mane, he's going to live here. I'm forced to go for Tailwind. Like, I guess what I can do here is I can just Tailwind and then just protect to see what he is. And see if he Terras turn 1 and what he's trying to go for, I guess. I can also see him going for, like, Icy Wind, but I don't know, I think I just Tailwind here. Howlstar Barrage is going to do a fuck ton of damage. I think I just go for it 2-1. I gotta get it to where like the Terrakion can kind of come in with the Whimsicott still being alive. And like I could set the Terrakion up to try to win. Either that or the Miraidon could come in later and clean up the game. Okay, he's got Terra. He's probably Terra. Either Terra Fire or Terra Fairy. I think the Calyrex is probably getting nuked. Or we're about to see the Calyrex get cooked. See if he's Sash Flutter Mane. Usually they are if they're in this type of team. I don't know what else he'd have Sash on. Yeah, there it is. I almost one-shot the Cryogon. That's crazy damage. Incredible damage numbers. He actually just Moonblast me. That's probably best case scenario as well because I'm Focus Sash. I am Focus Sash. And he burns me! And he burns me! Of course he does! Of course he burns me. What are the odds of that? I mean, it's not the worst thing ever though because Calyrex gets double KO here. Unless he switches or protects, but... I needed the Whimsicott to be alive on this next turn just for the Terrakion to possibly come in if the Calyrex dies. That sucks. That's terrible. I'm not going to go into Miraidon yet because he might have Rillaboom in the back, so... I think I'm just going to go into the Terrakion here. I don't know, I could go for Rock Slide here, but I really just want the Calyrex to try to get double KOs. See if he protects. I can see him protecting too, I guess. That is just terrible luck where I got the... He burns me. What's coming in and what's going to take this? Probably, I guess Brute Bonnet can come in. I guess. Okay, Arceus. Okay, protects. That's fine. He's trying to stall my Tailwind out, that's what it is. I don't know, he's in a bad spot here though because he has no Terra. And like, I got a Terrakion on the field that with Tailwind I outspeed. I get some chip damage here, which doesn't do much, but I just go for close combat here. I close combat and just Astral Barrage again. I can see him probably killing the Calyrex with Shadow Claw here, but I'm still in a solid spot. Just gonna withdraw again. I guess if you have Brute Bonnet and you go into it here. Okay, it goes into Rillaboom. That's still taking a shit ton of damage. Protects, okay. I think what he wants is he wants the Grassy Glide. I think that's what it is. He doesn't want to give me a boost. He just wants the Grassy Glide bullshit, which I'm not going to let him do. That's Assault Vest Rillaboom for sure. 100% Assault Vested. I think I just go Miraidon. I go Miraidon and then... I mean, he could go for like Fake Out here, but I think he just goes for Grassy Glide onto the Calyrex and tries to kill it here. Turns of Tailwind I got no turns of Tailwind, so that's not good. I don't know, does a close combat kill him? He can also maybe go into Flutter Mane here. I don't know, part of me wants to always Rock Slide too, I guess. Unfortunately, Coaching doesn't really do much because it's only really for the defense boost. I don't get like any attack benefit out of it at all. Which kind of sucks. I could also see him going Flutter Mane here, maybe. I'm gonna close combat anyways. I'm gonna go right into the Miraidon here, predicting Grassy Glide. Fakes out the Terrakion, but that does not matter because I'm covert. I outspeed Arceus because he's running no speed, as most of them are, because of the E-speed shit. They usually just run the HP, so that's huge. Huge KO. And I get the Miraidon in for free here, which is incredible. Only downside is I lose the Tailwind. Actually, maybe the reason why I outsped him was because of the Tailwind. I don't know, even if he wasn't running max speed though, if he's not running max speed, he was running HP, I probably still would have outsped him, so I'm not sure how much that mattered. So, I don't know. I think I just protect the Terrakion here. He probably switches if I'm being real. I think he probably just switches out here. I'm gonna go for Rock Slide on the off chance he probably switches. And then I'm gonna go Terra Electric here. We'll switch out onto the Flutter Mane. See if he swaps or not. I don't know. He might not swap. If he doesn't swap, I need a flinch, because otherwise I probably get one-shotted. Okay, he does this Pokemon Blast. That's fine. It's fine. I really need a flinch here. I really need a flinch. If I can get a flinch here onto the Rillaboom, we're set to win. Because he can't reset his terrain anymore. Solid amount of damage. And I get the flinch. That's payback for the fucking 10% chance to burn earlier. That's what that is. So payback came back around and it paid me back. We're even now, y'all. What a match this has been. I think I just Rock Slide here. I just Rock Slide and then I go for Astral Barrage. I think that's game. I don't know how he wins. Yeah, he surrenders. Not bad. I'll take the dub. Huge win. Really huge win. Especially with that burn. I would have had the Whimsicott around like another 1 or 2 turns if I never got burned there. That was so clutch for him. But not bad. I played really good. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we hear the game. Opponents run the Miraidon, Calyrex Ice, Screens, Grimmsnarl, the Iron Hands, Chi-Yu, and Landorus. So, what do I want to do here? I don't know, I kind of like the Whimsicott lead here. The Whimsicott lead ain't bad. I gotta lead Whimsicott. I also like Calyrex because I can go Terra Fairy and just try to like one-shot Grimmsnarl right away. Plus he can't fake me out, which is really clutch. I think I just lead Calyrex. Whimsicott here looks really good. Terra Fairy looks really good as like a Terra versus him. What else do I want to bring here? I think the Incin also looks pretty good here. I don't know. Whatever my last mon is, like my last mon, all my last mons are only at the greatest, but I think I bring the Registeel here just for his own Calyrex. I think that's what I do here. I'm going to leave the Miraidon on the bench this game, I think. Depends what he brings, though. I can only bring 4, he can only bring 4, so... He actually leads Chi-Yu Landorus. This ain't bad. This ain't too bad. We'll see if he's Scarf Landorus, because if he's Scarfed, I'm going to be kind of pissed, but... I don't know, what I would predict here, he's either Scarf Landorus, or he's like Scarf Chi-Yu, or in like Sash Landorus, but I don't know why he runs Sash Landorus. I think he's probably Sash Chi-Yu. I don't know, I'm just going to... I could Tailwind here. Is he Scarf, though? I think he is. I think I Tailwind and I protect this turn to see what he wants to do. See if he goes for Snarl or whatever. I'm curious. I see everybody using the shiny Ruinous Legends now, and I played a few like warm-up games tonight. There's the Snarl, okay, and like everybody's using the shiny Miraidon and Koraidon too. So. Now, if anybody has a spare, he actually goes for Taunt. Little too late. So he's not Scarf Landorus. That's great. Great to know. I think I just Moonblast here. I think I just Moonblast onto the, I don't know. I could go Terra Fairy here if I really wanted to. I think I'm forced to Terra Fairy onto the Chi-Yu though, because otherwise I take so much damage from Snarl. I think I gotta go for Moonblast onto the Chi-Yu, and I gotta Terra Fairy here and go for Terra Blast onto the Chi-Yu. Because I don't think Astral Barrage does enough. I gotta go for Terra Blast and just try to kill it, and hopefully the Sash, I can pick up the KO. If you guys have a spare, like, code for the shiny Miraidon or Koraidon, if you guys have a spare one, let me know. Because I've been trying to go to GameStop and try to get it, like, I went to 2 places already, and both of them told me that I needed to buy something in order to get, like, a free full card, and they're supposed to be free. So I actually do not have one. Okay. I don't think Moonblast kills from that range, actually. I don't think this is gonna kill you. He lives. But I get the special attack drop. Okay. I'm surprised he lived. I am shocked he lived that. Goes for Earth Power, that's fine. I live on 1. Clutch survive. I just Moonblast here. I'm gonna Moonblast and I'm gonna go for Astral Barrage. He rage quits on me! He rage quits! Come on, man. He was so salty that I lived on 1 health. He was like, oh, I can't deal with this. I'm gonna rage quit. What a fucking loser. We're playing ranked and the guy rage quits. It actually loses him more points because if you rage quit in ranked, it actually lowers your standing or whatever, your placement on the master ball to your ladder even more. If you rage quit, if you just don't lose. Then, like, I guess losing. So I think that was really stupid. Whatever, I'll take that as a win. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we're here in the game. We're going against somebody that is above 1,000, so he's less than, or I guess technically less than 1,000. I think like a 900 or something ranked Master Ball player, so. One is the Whimsicott, Miraidon, Calyrex, Sneasler, Landorus, and Iron Hands. What do I even do here? I don't know. I really like the Calyrex here again. Calyrex looks really, really good. I think I just leave Whimsicott Calyrex. And like, I think what I do on this first turn, like, we'll see if he's max speed Whimsicott, but if he's not, I go for a taunt onto his Whimsicott so he can't set up his own Tailwind. I think that's what I try to do. What else do I want here? I kind of want Registeel again. I think I'll bring Incin. Incin looks really good here. Then Miraidon, I think. I don't want to bring the Registeel and then have him not bring his own Miraidon and then have an Electric Seed that does nothing. Another guy with a shiny Miraidon. Man, I sure wish I could get mine, but the GameStop locations around me are all scumbags. They want me to buy something when they're supposed to be giving out the codes for free. And before somebody goes into the comments down below and says, oh, well, you can go complain to corporate. Yeah, is it really worth going and calling corporate and then wasting a bunch of time and having to hassle corporate for fucking free mystery gift codes? Is it really worth all that effort? I don't know. He has own Whimsicott, so I think I just taunt here. I'm just gonna taunt. I'm gonna taunt and then I'm just gonna protect here. That way, if he has Encore, he can't Encore me, and if he has Tailwind, he can't set up his own Tailwind. Unless he's Terra Dark. Are you Terra Dark? Okay, he's not. He's just gonna tear this. That's fine. That's fine. See if he has any speed. Okay. I think that's another thing. A lot of the prankster mods, people don't run max speed. So like if you're like this Whimsicott like I have on this team, there's no light screen. Get that shit out of here. Get the light screen the fuck out. I'm pretty sure that's specs. Pretty sure that's specs. I don't know. I don't even know what I do here. Like, I guess I could Tailwind. What do I need Tailwind for, though? I guess for my own Miraidon, when that comes in. I guess for Incineroar, too. It's pretty nice. I think I just Tailwind here. I'm going to Tailwind, and then I'm just going to go for Astral Barrage. I get a crit on the Whimsicott. That's huge. He rage quits! He rage quits on me because he gets critted. Oh, you salty fuck. These Japanese players, bro. They are so fucking petty. Anything that goes wrong, they rage quit. That is the third rage quit I've had tonight. I had a rage quit earlier, too, when I was doing some warm-up games on the ranked ladder. Some Japanese guy rage quitted on me again, too. Just because he got like a low roll or some shit. And it didn't even define the game. He still could have won. 2 rage quits in a row. Holy fuck. I don't even know if I'll throw these into the video for you guys, but if I do, just consider them a bonus. I'm going to try to get you guys some good games, though. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we hear the game. I think the sadder thing is that that last guy that just rage quitted on me, he was ranked in the 900s. So you mean to tell me that guy was in the top 900s, and he's rage quitting on people? That's sad. This other guy I'm going against right now is also in the 900s, so we're going against a lot of like top 900 team players. One has the Sun team. I think that's Arceus Fire. So he has Groudon, Arceus Fire, Root Bonnet, Flutter, Raging Bolt, and Walking Wake. So this is actually a really good game for the... I think I just lead Whimsicott here again. I just lead Whimsicott and then I lead Calyrex. Calyrex also looks really, really good here. What else do I want to bring? Incin also looks pretty good, I guess. I could also try to lead Terrakion, I really can, because his team really isn't that fast. The main fast thing on his team is the Flutter main. But it's just really risky to do because he has booster energy, probably, so... He can still kill me. I don't have a defensive Terra to get around the Fairy-type moves. I'm still going to try to bring the Terrakion, though, I think. And I'll just bring the Incineroar here. Do I want to bring Incineroar? I think I do. It's going to be a game that comes down to what he really brings, though, because... I can see my team kind of losing to Walking Wake if he brings Walking Wake and, like, Raging Bolt, like that combo, and plays it really good. They gotta be really careful. Now I wish I would have brought the Miraidon to get the train. Now he's just gonna spam sleep. Sleep spam, y'all. I can't taunt here either, so... I mean, I guess technically I can go for a Terra Fairy Calyrex. But I think what I do here is I'm just gonna Moonblast to see how much damage it does to the Brute Bonnet. And then I'm gonna Protect here. See what he goes for. Maybe he'll try to Sucker Punch me turn 1. It's also kind of risky because he maybe thinks I have Miraidon in the back and I can switch it in here to block a Spore with the terrain. I don't know why I would do that in the face of a Groudon, but that's always a play, I guess. He's thinking about this one. It's kind of the downside of taunt on the Whimsicott too, is like a lot of these dark types that want to do shit, you can't taunt them because they're a dark type. It'd be really helpful if I could taunt the Brute Bonnet, that way you can't spam Rage Powder or like anything. Just pretty much shut it down. Moonblast does nothing. Get the special attack drop, that doesn't do shit. Precipice Blade. See if he Spores here. It does nothing to the Whimsicott, so that's fine. He just goes for Seed Bomb, that's fine. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go Terra Fairy. I think from that range, I for sure probably kill the Brute Bonnet, so... I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go for Moonblast onto the Groudon for damage. And then I'm just going to go for Terra Fairy here. Hope he misses the Precipice Blades, and then I can get a +1 boost here. I guess technically I can go for Astral Barrage too, which probably was the play, and just double into the boost on it. I think I misplayed. I didn't think of that play. I should just went for Astral Barrage. It's resisted, but it still would have probably put in range for a Moonblast to kill. Okay, he goes for Sucker Punch instead, because he knows he's dead here. I think I misplayed, y'all. I think I wasted my Terra. We'll see if he misses Prisma's Blade. Or if I can live one, I don't know. Okay, he just goes for that. I think I'm dead. So I kind of misplayed there, y'all. I should have probably went for Astral Barrage and then Moon Blasted. I guess technically, though, I would have died to Sucker Punch, so I guess that was the play. I forgot he went for Sucker Punch, so I guess technically that was the play. So, question is, what do I do here now? Because I can go into Terrakion, but if he has, I think he goes into Walking Wake for sure. So he goes into Walking Wake here. Because if he goes Walking Wake, I think if he's like booster speed, I think I'm forced to go for Tailwind. Or try to kill him first. Now I'm in a bad spot because the Walking Wake does a shit ton of damage. Okay, he goes Raging Bolt, that's fine. That's fine by me. What I do here is I'm just going to beat up. It's only going to get to +3, but if I can get a flinch with Rock Slide, it'll be worth. Terra. What Terra are you, bro? Terra Fairy? Oh, he wants to try to one-shot the Terrakion right away. That's what this shit is. He almost does, though. That's crazy damage numbers. Can I get a flinch on the Groudon? That'd be great. I need a flinch here, because I don't think +3 is enough. I get a crit on my own Mon, which kind of sucks. I need a flinch here. Badly. Really bad. Okay, that does nothing to the Groudon, but he goes for 8 Crash. I don't know. I'm in a really bad spot here, y'all. I'm in a really bad spot because, like, I'm forced to go for Fake Out onto the Raging Bolt so he can't attack me. But, like, I die to Groudon, so... And on this following turn, you can just go for Thunderclap again anyway. So, like, I have to go for... Try to attack him here. But I can also make the play, I guess, to try to buff the Incineroar. I can actually try to buff the Incineroar here. I can predict a Thunderclap and try to buff the Incin. Make a play here, y'all. I don't have a Terra anymore, though. I don't have a Terra anymore. Gonna be a tough game. He's clear Amulet too. He never got intimidated. Yeah, he's clear Amulet. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go for knockoff, and then coaching. Okay, he just withdraws. Just withdraws the Raging Bolt. Wow, I could have went for Rock Slide. He goes into the Fire type Arceus. He protects, though. He goes for Protect, so I get a free coaching boost. Oh, that's probably best case scenario for me. That's best case right here. The free defense boost. I think I just knock off again. E-Speed probably kills me from this range. But on the off chance it doesn't, I'm gonna Rock Slide. It's Arceus Fire, I think. So, I'm just gonna Protect. Okay. Can I get a flinch here? That'd be great if I can get a flinch. I need a flinch bad. Really badly. Okay, I need a miss then. Okay. The Terrakion dodges, which is best case scenario, because the Incineroar can live. I have the Citrus Berry too, so... It's gonna come down if you can kill me with E-Speed, which is gonna be the main thing here. I guess Thunderclap too. You can go for Thunderclap. It's gonna be a really tough. It's gonna be like a prediction of 50-50 here. That's what this comes down to. Does he click Thunderclap here, and do I attack or do I go for coaching? Is the question. If I go for coaching, he doubles into Incineroar, I just instantly lose. If I attack with the Terrakion, I can probably get a double kill here. But then I don't get the boost in Incin. I don't know, I gotta go for knockoff. I gotta go for knockoff, and I gotta go for Rock Slide, I think. Yeah, there's the Thunderclap. I should've went for the... I should've went for coaching. I should've went for coaching. I think coaching maybe would've won me the game. He has fire type judgment, which doesn't do shit to me. I should have went for coaching. This kills him though. Okay, it doesn't kill him. Wow, that's sad. That's really sad. Like, I can't knock off Arceus either. That's so sad. I should have went for coaching. If I would have went for coaching, I would have won the game. That's why I said it was a 50-50 play there, like just mind game. I shouldn't have lost this game. This game just literally came down to luck. I should have won. I should have won the game. It was just a 50-50 play there. If I would have attacked or if I would have went for coaching, I just ended up choosing wrong. Because if I would have went for coaching, I would have just won the game. The Raging Bolt would have been dead, and he probably doesn't have E-Speed, at least from the looks of it on that Arceus, so... The Incin would have walled him, and then it would have been 2v1 versus Fire-type Arceus, which I would have won, so... That sucks. I think I technically I would have won that one, though. I'm not going to say that's even a loss. I just got lost the 50-50 coin toss. That's what that came down to. Kind of shitty, though. I'll see you guys in one more match. Alright, we're here with one final game. One is the Magearna bullshit with the Annihilate and the Kyogre and all that type of shit. Smeargle, Amoonguss, Annihilate, Magearna, Kyogre, and Fluttermane, so... I don't even know what I do here. Like, I guess I could lead Incin. I don't know. I kind of want to lead Whimsicott, though. That way he can't go for, like, Trick Room on me. I think what I do here is just lead Whimsicott. I really don't want to lead Incin either because I can give the Annihilate but a free Defiant boost, which I don't want. So I think I just lead the Calyrex. Lead Calyrex. I'll bring Miraidon. Terrakion's okay here, but I think I'm better off just bringing the Incin. Just it does more to a few things on his team. It's not good into Kyogre, but I can at least do shit to the Fluttermane and a few other things if I need to on his team. Terra Grass if he wants to try to Spore me if I don't have my terrain up. A few other things. This is like fake out Smeargle, is that what this shit is? Fake out Smeargle. I think I just go for Taunt here. Taunt on Smeargle, that way he can't put me to sleep. Like, part of me wants to protect, but if he goes for Trick Room, I'm gonna be in a real bad spot, so I think I just go for Astral Barrage and try to do damage. Wide Guard, of course. Of course he has a Wide Guard. Get taunted, fucker. Probably just sets up Trick Room here if I were to guess. I wish I would have just protected, because then that way I wouldn't have to take damage here, possibly. There's the Trick Room. Oh, that's great. We're off to a really good start here, y'all. Already having the Trick Room sit up in my face, and I can't even prevent it because I don't know what moves he has. I don't know. I'm just gonna Moonblast the Smeargle and then just go for Astral Barrage. I don't think there's any way he one-shots me if he's not boosted. And he's taunted now, so... The good thing is he's not set up yet, which is the thing that he really needs to start doing damage under Trick Room. Swap. Something's taking a bunch of damage. So we know he has no attacking moves. Okay, you don't want to take an Astral Barrage to the face, buddy. Or a Moon Blast. Okay, it does a solid amount. So I get a free +1 boost here. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to go into the Smeargle and trying to set up the wide guard so he can start doing damage. I think that's what he wants to do. Because now he gets a free boost here. I get a boost, but he also gets a Soul Heart boost. So even though he lost one of his more crucial mons there, he still gets a boost from it, which is good for him. Because he needs at least like a +1 or +2 boost to one-shot Kyrex from this range. He doesn't know I have Protect though, so... I think he goes Smeargle again here. Okay, he goes Kyogre, okay. That's actually not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I think I still protect here though. I think I still just protect. I just protect, I Moon Blast to do some damage, and I just protect here. Just to return to Trick Room. I think the Calyrex unfortunately ended up gonna probably drop. Okay, +1 Dazzling Gleam is still gonna do a lot of damage. Water Spout too. I don't know how I win versus this now, yo. I don't think I can stall the Trick Room out long enough. I don't think I can stall it out long enough. Unfortunately. That turn 1 where he went for the fucking wide guard, that just fucks me over, because I could have probably just two-shotted the Migerna if he didn't wide guard. It would have been gone. I wouldn't have had to worry about it. I mean, I guess what I can do here is I can go into Incineroar. Go for Fake Out onto the Kyogre. Try to do damage here. Just hope I can do enough damage or he doesn't have Protect. And then on this following turn I can Protect and then try to stall the Trick Room out to where... I don't know, even then it's just going to be a Miraidon versus the world, I think. I need to get a KO on something here to like stay in this game. Or do a bunch of damage on this turn. Dazzling Gleam, I live. Does so much damage though. And that's only at +1. Flinches. Okay, I get some damage off here, which is the main thing. Main thing I really need is the damage. Perfect. Okay. He has one turn of Trick Room left. I might be able to actually underspeed his Kyogre, but I'm not sure. Because I do have some speed on this instant, so he still might be slower than me. If he ain't though, I'm going to try to go for knockoff onto the instant here. And then I'm just going to Protect. Okay, he's going to withdraw Migerna, okay. I don't know what other moves this thing has. He has Wide Guard, he might have Fake Out too, I guess. Or Follow Me. He's not Specs. And he misses a Hydro Pump. Oh, that's huge. The Hydro Pump miss is fucking huge. I would have died. I would have for sure died. That's huge. Power. He's actually running Power Anklet. That's why he's so slow. Crazy tech there. If you guys don't know how Power Anklet works, it pretty much lowers your speed. It's kind of like Lagging Tail. Kind of lowers your... Or like Iron Ball, I think it is. It lowers your speed. So that way, like, under Trick Room, you're slower than a lot of stuff that you normally wouldn't be slower than under Trick Room. I don't know. I think he just fakes out here. I think he just goes for Fake Out. Like, even then, like, I just want to go for Flare Blitz here. I think I just go for Flare Blitz, and then I'm just gonna go for, I mean, I guess he could also go for, like, Follow Me here. I think on the off chance he goes for Follow Me, I'm still gonna go for Astral Barrage. He either goes for Wide Guard, Fake Out, or Astral Barrage, or, Follow Me, and he doesn't go for anything, so... Okay. I think I just win now. I get the crit, that didn't matter. I think I literally just pretty much won because of a Hydro Pump miss. I don't think it would have been a definitive, like, win, though, because I saw the full health Miraidon in the back. But it definitely did help me win here. There's Spore. That's fine. There's nothing you're doing to me. Like, you have Wide Guard, Spore. You mustn't have any attacking moves because you switched after I taunted you, so you can't even touch me. I think that's game. I don't know how you win. Hydro Pump miss sucks, but even then, I don't know if he would have won, because the Trick Room would have been out on this next turn. I would have had Terrain. He wouldn't have been able to Spore me if that was the case. I guess Wide Guard, maybe. Go for Wide Guard, but even then, like, I think the Miraidon just comes in at that point in the game with no Trick Room, with how low he was. I think I just clean up the game with Miraidon, even if he did land the Hydro Pump there, so... In the end, I don't know how much that miss mattered, but whatever. I'll take the dub. I think the problem there is my opponent sacked off the Annihilate really early on, and he needed that to, like, go for Final Gambit or, like, do some crazy damage to me, and he just kind of let it die. It was really bad for him. Let's talk a little bit more about this team. Alright, there you have it, y'all. Hopefully that was a pretty good showcase of this team. I don't know, I was on the ladder for, like, 2 hours tonight, battling on the ranked ladder. And I'll probably just throw, like, some of the best games I had in, you know, on the ladder tonight, so... I had quite a few people rage quitting on me, too, for some reason, so... I recorded a few of those. I don't know how many of those I'm going to throw into the video for you guys. Depends how many, like, legit games I have that are worth throwing into the video. But... if you guys want to use this team, rental up in the corner, paste this team down below. Like I said, if you guys have any feedback for this team or any, like... critiques or that type of thing, or like criticism or like feedback type stuff, let me know. I think the only thing that I would maybe change on this team is the Terra on the Terrakion, no pun intended, from like the Stellar Terra to either like Poison or Steel, but it is what it is. I think I'm just going to keep it Stellar Terra, but like the only thing I know a lot of people are probably going to say, why is this thing Stellar Terra? And like, I understand why a lot of people probably would say that, because there are certain situations where you like want to have like Poison Terra or like even like Ground for like Miraidon matchups, or Steel's another one. Sometimes you want Flying for like Lando Eye and a few other common ground types like the Groudon teams and stuff like that. But it also comes down to going against those teams. You can pick a Terra. The thing I experienced with this Draken the most, like no matter what Terra you use and run as the defensive Terra, it only matters into like certain teams, and it actually makes you worse versus some of the other teams that you normally would have like more of a neutral matchup into if you bring it. So it's kind of what it really is. I think just overall I'm just going to leave it at Stellar Terra. If I really want to change it down the line, I will, but as of right now, I think I'm just going to keep it Stellar. So I think that's probably going to be the thing that people probably complain about the most if I were to guess, but apart from that, the rest of the team I think is pretty solid. So one of my more funner teams as well. I had a really good time ranking up with this team up to the Master Ball tier and playing this team over the last like week or two in game when I've created it. So if you guys want a really fun team that's really unique with some stuff that you don't really see that much at all in Regulation J currently, like the Terrakion and the Registeel and a few other things that are kind of out of the ordinary with like sets, feel free to use this team. Like I said, if you guys are a content creator as well, just give me some credit in the description or in the video, or like a shout or whatever, and then tag me if you guys feature the team. That way I know if whoever features it, and I can share you guys' stuff. That'd be great. Apart from me like realizing like if somebody used my team and then I find out about it like a month or two later after it was uploaded, or like after they used it and I first see it then, which happened with this last team that I had, which was the Jirachi team. So apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of the team down below. As for like Regulation J stuff, this might be my like last Regulation J session going up, because a lot of the Regulation J content, at least over the last like 2 weeks, hasn't been really doing that good. I'm gonna be completely real with you guys. I think my entire YouTube channel is probably like shadow banned if I were to guess, because the views for like everything I've been doing, especially this past week, at least I'm recording this, have been significantly down. I feel like none of my videos are getting promoted to sub feed or getting promoted at all. I think I'm, for some reason, I think I'm shadow banned. I'm not 100% sure, but I have a strong suspicion that like my channel is shadow banned for whatever reason. So I don't know how long that's gonna last, but views on a lot of my current stuff, especially like a lot of the Pokemon stuff, you know, like a lot of the Pokemon YouTubers are also like, the views are kind of lower because we're kind of in a downtime with 3 weeks away for a new game dropping, which is Legends ZA. So a lot of people are kind of just taking a break from Pokemon stuff, and the views do reflect it as well. The views, even if my views were like not shadow banned views, like they're still down below normal. So I don't know. I think I'm probably gonna take a break from Regulation J. This will probably be my like last Regulation J team, at least my team, that I'll probably be throwing up for you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be featuring any more teams, like sessions for like Regulation J type teams and all that type of stuff, but I'm probably gonna maybe do some more like different types of Pokemon videos. I got a few like updated videos for like the mystery gift scammers and all that type of shit that I kind of want to do as well, which I've been kind of putting off and that type of thing. Some stuff with surprise trade and a few other things I want to be doing, similar to some of the videos I did in the past. So I'll probably be doing some of that type of stuff, and then we'll probably, when we get closer to Legends ZA, I'll start getting into the Legends ZA content and all that type of stuff, if you guys are interested in that too, because I'll probably be playing that game. So leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Lets me know you guys still want Regulation J or even like VGC stuff. If the video still keep on doing good, and if this video does good, I might do more. We'll see how it goes. But if this video does like average or below average, whatever that has like the stuff's been doing over like the last week, 2 weeks now, then I'm probably just gonna be moving on to whatever I want to do. So apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys miss when I'm live, I also do stream over here usually Friday and Saturday nights around 9 ADST. I usually stream Wi-Fi battles and like viewer games over here usually on Saturday nights, and then Friday nights I usually stream like Overwatch 2, Mario Kart World, Rocket League, Fortnite, Warframe, Overwatch, Apex Legends, a bunch of other shit over here. So if it interests you guys, feel free to drop by. And then I also stream on Twitch once in a while as well. Link to that down below along with the channel Discord. Apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you guys in a future video.